Dr. Jose Saldivar with another episode of the First Year Experience podcast. Today I am joined by
Arlett Rodriguez, Orientation Leader.
Maria Guerra, Orientation Leader.
Victoria Torres, Lead Mentor.
Blanca Rodriguez, Mentor.
Thank you all for joining me today.
Thank you.
Real quick, all of you all are students,
Yes.
correct?
Yes.
So I want to go around again. Tell me major and then what year you are. Okay.
So I'm a senior here at the university, and I'm majoring in civil engineering.
Awesome.
So I'm also a senior, but I'm majoring in pre-nursing.
Okay.
I'm majoring in accounting and I'm a junior.
I'm majoring in rehabilitation services with concentration in addiction studies, and I'm a junior.
Awesome. Very cool. Diverse.
Yeah.
Diverse.
A little bit of everything.
Yeah, that's awesome. So I think this will be our first episode for the new season for this coming academic year. And so what I wanted to do was I wanted to have a conversation about Vaquero Round Up. And so before we even start, what is Vaquero Round Up?
So for me personally, I think it's an event that kind of gets you, it lets you have an idea of what you're going to be expecting here at the university as a student, and it's a little bit more related to your major. So you get to interact with students who are going to be within your same college, and basically get to know one another and interact, see what you're going to be learning during the university.
Okay, so students, the expectation is students are going to come in.
Mm-hmm.
These are all new first year students, right? And so they will be separated into their colleges, and maybe would there be an opportunity for them to meet professors or things like that?
Yes.
Yes, for sure. During the sessions, when they do get divided into their majors, they are going to get into like classroom setting. They're going to meet their professors, not all of them, but some of the professors representing the colleges are going to come talk to them, do some activities and things like that to present themselves to the students, and sometimes even go over what the college offers to the students.
Okay, so it sounds like just an opportunity for the students, one, to see some faces in their college, learn a little bit about their college and the different majors within their college. So it sounds like it's an important day, right?
Definitely.
Useful,
Very,
right?
very important day.
It is very important because you do get to network with a lot of students, so you get to meet like future classmates, especially since it was mentioned earlier you will be separated among your colleges. So you do want to take that opportunity that day to go and experience what everybody's going to be talking about that first week of school, basically.
Okay, so I think that there's a lot that's been said, and we're gonna have to unpack that, right? 'Cause you just talked about networking, so we'll come back to networking. And I think for you all, it seems like you all are really involved in the university, right? You whether it's orientation leaders or mentors, things like that. So like networking, like that's a big sort of buzzword, right, for you all. But for our incoming students, a lot of them aren't even thinking about that, right? Networking's not on the radar. So in addition to coming in and expecting, like, I can meet my college, I can meet people in my college, students, professors, I'll learn about the majors. What kind of advice would you give students about how they should approach the experience? Because I mean, like, I'm thinking if I'm a student, like, there are students that are really excited, and there's students like, do I have to be here all day? I was sleeping usually, right? So what advice would you give students? Each of you, go ahead. What advice?
I would say just come, like you said, with an open mind. It might be very intimidating for some students because the event is really, I guess, seen as like a social event. So you get to network, like they said, like network with students. So a lot of students like get intimidated by that idea, like, I don't really know that person, or they just want to stick with their friends. So just come like open-minded that you're going to meet new people, but those people are going to probably be your new friends here at UTRGV that you're going to get to have all your classes with, even maybe form like study groups later on, but those are going to be like the same faces, the same students you're going to be seeing throughout your college here or university career here at UTRGV.
Okay, it's open-minded.
Yeah, open-minded.
For sure.
And just say hi to someone, like just like talk to somebody, because it can be hard to like approach someone, but it's going to be a lot of students in one spot at the same time. So it's not going to be that hard. Like, probably somebody's going to bump into you. So you can just be like, oh, I'm so sorry. Like, hi, my name's so-and-so. I'm majoring in so-and-so. Like, what's your major? And then that's a really great way to get the conversation started, because you already know they're in your same college, but now you want to start the conversation and dig a little deeper to really make those connections and network. I am a business major, so I do emphasize networking a lot. It's really nice to get to know other people, because you never know like how you can help them or how they will help you in the future. So just say hi to somebody. Like, that's it. Like, once you say hi, like, then you'll feel more comfortable and really talk to other people.
So be friendly, be outgoing.
Yeah, don't be afraid.
I think also it's important to mention to like just enjoy the experience.
What? We're supposed to have a good time?
Exactly. Yes, because I mean, like you mentioned, some students are like, oh, it's a whole day. I could be sleeping. But then look at the bright side. Like you're meeting all these new people. Like was mentioned before, we're networking. We're meeting new people. We're making new friends. We're meeting new faces. We're gonna be having these students with us for the next 4 years of our lives. So might as well just make it a good start from the very beginning with the roundup. Just try to enjoy it. Have fun with the different activities. Since there is going to be a lot of opportunity to do, group work or a lot of little activities together with these new faces they're going to be meeting. So just try to make it as fun as possible.
Okay, so make the experience enjoyable. Enjoy the experience.
Sure.
But one thing that you mentioned, you all, and I think everybody's kind of mentioned, like group activities, it's going to be engaging. You're going to get to talk and network, right?
Yes.
So students shouldn't expect to kind of just sit there.
No,
They're going to be walking around
Doing
a lot
stuff,
and just doing different activities together.
It is going to be a full day event, so be prepared. Come in tennis shoes. There's going to be a lot of walking around. It's full day. Stay hydrated. Bring your bottle of water. But also bring a lot of questions, things that you might be not so sure about. Like we said, we will be meeting with professors, and they're going to go over things that you're going to be going over during your undergraduate career here. So there might be some students that are going for accounting, but what does accounting really pertain to? Like, what are we going to be doing? So definitely bring questions.
Okay. So in addition to being exposed to a lot of these things, it's okay that I come in and I feel a little overwhelmed, but I also maybe I'm not so sure about my major, and it's okay for me to ask. Students should feel
Yes.
it.
Yes. Please.
What do you? I guess maybe. So this is good advice, right? Be approachable, be outgoing, right? Enjoy the experience, network, be willing to ask questions. What did you all get out of Roundup? Do you remember your experience, or what was that experience like for you all, and what were you able to take away from the experience?
I got excited. So for me, it was a good experience, but I'm not gonna lie, I've always had difficulties growing up to approach other people because I was really shy and I was not as outgoing as I am now. So definitely when I came in and my friend was in the science college of, I don't know, he was majoring in something else. All my friends seemed to be majoring in something else. So I was by myself when I went into my major. But once we started doing activities, I felt a little bit more comfortable. So I felt excited to actually come to UTRGV and start the first day of class. So for me, it was a good experience. And that's coming from a person that was shy. So
I can completely agree with Victoria, actually, because she knows me from before, so she knows that I was even more shy than I am right now. It was a completely different level of shy. But yeah, how she mentioned, we were separated among our different colleges. So at the beginning, maybe you meet up with your friends at the very beginning of the day, but then throughout the day, you don't see them till maybe afterwards, or that first week of class if possible. But yeah, like we mentioned earlier, it is going to be a full day, and you are going to be doing different activities. So you do get to meet all these new people, and it's a good way to start, actually getting that new perspective of okay, if I want to succeed, I have to put myself out there in a position where I can I can be more outgoing and ask questions and try to enjoy the day, because there is going to be a lot of activities. And my roundup was also very fun. It was exciting just to know that I'm going to be taking classes here, and just, you know, that pride of knowing, okay, I'm going to belong to something bigger. But it was very fun.
That's awesome.
Mhm.
What about you?
I actually didn't come to my roundup.
don't say that. You don't want students knowing
No. But I did work one of the roundups for Brownsville, so I got to see. I was working for I was in charge with the College of Science, so the students were in one of the sessions with a professor that was conducting research, and she actually brought along some of the animals that she had been studying. So she brought in like a lizard and like a snake and different things. So they got to learn different things that she had been conducting during her research, and also play with the animals and things like that. So you can see in their faces how they were so excited to be like knowing that they would be doing something similar to that. So that was pretty good.
Wow. Okay.
So for me, my roundup, I took away, I guess, like a lot of friends. So like we keep on saying, we are going to get separated into our colleges. And I didn't really know a lot of people within my college, like my friends that we came from, like from my high school. So I did feel kind of alone at the beginning, but then with all of the activities to help us, I started making friends there. And up until this day, I still know people and I still talk to them. We still have classes together with those people that were on that day there at Roundup. So I came back with like friends and I still talk to them today, and it's so much fun having like that connection with those friends that you met that first day at Roundup.
So you guys all talked about just how positive the experience was. And you said you didn't actually get to participate in your own, but you've been a part of other roundups. And so it sounds like all of you had really positive experiences. You made the most of the experience. Looking back on it now, you guys are very involved on campus, right? Do you think because you had a really positive experience, do you think that kind of set you up for like a good, just a good foundation for the way you would approach the rest of your college life or the following years, the preceding years? Did that have a good, like an impact on that?
I would say it did, because you're only gonna have a good time if you make it a good time. So if you go in thinking like I have to be here, so might as well I'm just gonna sit down and see what happens, then you're not gonna have a good time. But if you do and you interact and meet other people, then you're getting ready to network, like we said before, and it's basically gonna help you out during your whole college career, whether it's looking for an internship here or work study, joining different organizations, things like that. So I think it really did help us.
Mm-hmm. So I think it really helps set a foundation, just because it gets you excited to come to UTRGV. But after that, it's like kind of like how you said, it's a foundation. So after that, you have to put in the work to get involved on campus and make those friendships and maintain the friendships, because it's easy to make friendships and then never talk to them again. So in order to maintain that friendship and to continue to get involved on campus, it's going to take work and effort on the part of the student. Mm-hmm. I got really excited with my roundup, but once I started my first year, I wasn't as involved on campus until I got a job on campus. That's when I started to flourish and really grow. But my first year, I was so focused on my studies that I would just come to class and go back home and do the work and work as well part-time somewhere off campus. So it really took my effort to get involved on campus. Mm-hmm. But Roundup is a good foundation because it shows you, hey, we have all of this at UTRGV, so there's so many opportunities for you to get involved.
Mm-hmm. Anybody else?
I think all the important was said already.
So everyone's in agreement, right?
Yeah.
They set you up for a good, positive, right, experience.
It did,
but then you also have to maintain that, right? You have to go in and continue. It sounds like for everybody that's coming to Roundup, for all of the students, one that they should have, and I think with that, this has been said over and over again, right? Approach it with an open mind, approach it with enthusiasm, approach it as if, to try to get the most out of the experience. And then it sounds like for some of you, you all were able to carry it over into the following days and weeks and months and years here. For you was a little bit of a transition, right? Because you were focused on your studies. But I think, one thing that keeps coming up is just how you approach it and having that mindset and just being open-minded and positive and excited about it. Don't treat it like I have to be, right? It's just required of me, and, enjoy the experience. Coming in, we've got a few minutes left, but what did you wish you would have known? Like, now that you've gone through the experience, right? And you all can see the finish line.
Yeah.
But for these students that are coming in, they're coming in, eyes wide open. Maybe some of them not eyes wide open, they not knowing what to expect. What did you wish you would have known coming in as a first year student?
You don't have to do it all by yourself. It's okay to ask for help. Ask for help.
Also, that I felt like, for whatever reason, when I was going to my roundup, that I was the only one feeling the way I was feeling. Because again, I'm also a shy person, so I was feeling very apprehensive about the whole scenario or the situation. But now that I work with orientation and we work the roundups, I see time after time again that students are all feeling that in some type of way. So just know that whatever you're feeling, you're not feeling it alone. Everyone else is feeling the same way you're feeling right now. And just like someone said, just reach out to them, just break outside of your comfort zone a little bit. And then after that, everything's going to be history, and it's going to be so much fun there too.
I think back to what Victoria was saying about not doing it alone. I think that also implies a lot to me, because I would be one of those persons that was afraid to ask for help because I wanted to figure things out by myself. But now I know it's okay to ask for help, whether it's with a class or with financial aid, anything. If you won't get help unless you ask for it. And there's so many resources that we have here available on campus in order to assist us. So might as well take advantage of them.
It's really good advice. I think a lot of students feel like they have to do it on their own.
And that's not true.
No, that's good to know. So the university has a lot of resources, a lot of people and offices and places that students can go to, and it's important that they know that. Any final words, final thoughts?
I guess just make it a good day. Like we said before, try to enjoy it, and you're gonna meet a lot of new people, and hopefully you have fun that day, because that's the purpose of it. Trying to get you to come in here with a very good attitude, and just take it from there.
Yeah, and prepare for the day. So comfortable clothes, comfortable shoes. Ladies, hair up.
No high heels.
Yes.
There's orientations where students come in with high heels. I'm like, no.
Because then it's those little things that go wrong that make you feel like you're gonna have a bad day.
Yeah, for the rest of the day, it'll just ripple after that.
Yeah. So you're wearing high heels and your feet hurt, so you're gonna be in a bad mood. I understand that, but in order for you to have a good time and for you to keep an open mind, be comfortable, and so you can feel comfortable to talk to other people as well. So be prepared for the day.
Awesome. Anything else?
I think everything.
In terms of like paperwork or anything, do students have to bring in certain things or documents?
If they're missing any documents, feel free to go ahead and bring them in, and then we can get those processed for you. But other than that, they should have been able to turn them in during orientation.
Okay.
So
last thing, when's Vaquero Round Up?
August 24th here in Edinburgh.
And 22nd in Brownsville.
Okay, so August 24th, Vaquero Round Up will take place in Edinburgh. Yes. August 22nd in Brownsville. Awesome. Thank you all so much for joining me today.
Thank you. Yeah, it was fun.
The pleasure's all mine. I appreciate it. Well, that concludes the first episode of the First Year Experience podcast. You can find us on iTunes and on SoundCloud. And we'll we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.